there's no turning back.
Okay, assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Once again, this is Mr. Islam Masters back with another response to James White. Okay, now, again, this whole series of video debates has been about his claim and his allegation against me that I used the Greek word soma wrongly, claiming that I said that it can only mean a living body. Here's where he says that in the comment section, and he also tried to accuse me of that during the intermission of the debate, that I used soma only for a living body, and that is incorrect. The video footage that he showed shows that I didn't say that. The quote from Michael Bainjit in the Jesus Papers does not say that. And then on top of that, he admits, now Mr. White admits that I didn't say only.
Body. Now, did he use the word only? No. Body. Now, did he use the word only? No. Body. Now, did he use the word only? No. Does his argument require us to believe that there is a contrast between Soma and Batoma? Yes. And if you take that out...
So what have we been arguing about the whole time then? Okay? It is no doubt that, yes, soma can mean the body in general, the body of an animal. It can even mean the body, the planets, the heavenly bodies. It could also mean a dead body. And it could also mean a living body as well. So then what did I do, everyone, in the last video? I proceeded to show several sources that showed that the more common usage of the word soma was more so for a living body. Did I not do that in the last video? Here, let us recap again. Jesus, Cross, and Cosmos by Donovan Bessinger. We see that, again, the word soma is used again, as it says here, the word soma. In Homer's time, that was used for a dead body. But in the classical and New Testament periods, soma usually means living body. Mr. White, again. Okay, so we see that it was more commonly used in the time of Jesus and New Testament writings for a living body. Now he's saying that I should just give up and admit I was wrong. But why should I? When I have several sources confirming my position that soma was more commonly used for living body. You see? Now he says that I wanted you to believe that there's a contrast between Batoma and soma. Well, according to the New Testament Greek lexicon, Thayer's and Smith's, there is a contrast. Because the word patoma, it more directly denotes a dead body or carcass. Whereas soma, as you admitted from what you referenced, can mean a living body. You see? Now you'd have me if soma only meant a dead body. Then I would say, you know what, I was wrong. Hey, soma only means dead body. But it seems that's the argument you're trying to present. That soma really more so means a dead body, where I showed you that it doesn't. So then he goes into the thing about Joseph of Arimathea when he comes to ask for the body. Okay, did Joseph think that Jesus was a living body? Well, James says no, but I disagree. Because notice, obviously, according to the text, Joseph is asking for the body early. Now, according to many sources, it is said that death by crucifixion usually took several days. From the minimum of 3 days to a maximum of about 9 days it took for somebody to die. Well, Jesus was allegedly on the cross for a few hours. Notice that in the gospel story, the two criminals that are supposed to be crucified with him, they are still alive. You see, they were still alive at the time. And the Roman soldier comes, he breaks the other two's legs because they're still alive, and when he gets to Jesus, he looks and he assumes that Jesus is already dead, so he doesn't break his legs. And I said in the debate, how convenient is that? The other two get their legs broken, he assumes Jesus is already dead, and he leaves Jesus alone. Perfect, right? So, you see that Joseph comes to ask for the body, and Pilate it says he marveled, or he wondered that Jesus was dead so soon. Why? Because it was too early. It usually took a long time for somebody to die by crucifixion. So it is clear that Joseph is coming to ask for the body of Jesus too early. So yes, it is quite possible that he believed that Jesus was still alive and wanted to get him down as soon as possible. And so Pilate wonders. Pilate is wondering that he was dead so soon. That lets you know something's not right there. Right there, Pilate is like, he's dead already? It's too soon. You see? Now, he calls in the Roman soldier and asks the Roman soldier or the centurion, is Jesus dead? The Roman soldier says yes, based on what he thought he saw. Remember what Allah said in the Quran, that it was made to appear that Jesus was such. So then it is quite clear that, or quite possible, that the Roman soldier looked at Jesus and thought he was dead, and therefore he tells Pilate, yeah, he's dead. You see? Because he thought he was dead, like Allah said, it was made to appear. But it's clear that Joseph asked for the body too early, and usually, and that raises a red flag with Pilate that he's wondering that Jesus was dead so soon. So I think it's very possible that Joseph could have believed that Jesus was alive and therefore wanted to get him down as soon as possible so he could take care of him. Okay? Now, and again, I said this in a debate. I brought this up in a debate because James says that, you know, the Romans were very skillful at making sure the person was dead. Yes, that's true. But what did Jesus tell you? He said, with God, all things are possible. So therefore, this is in Matthew chapter 19, verse 26. Jesus says, with God, all things are possible, James. So with God, it is very possible that the Roman soldier in this instance mistook Jesus for being dead, and therefore Allah's plan of saving Jesus from death comes into play right there. Okay? Let's see. Then James goes into, again, poisoning the well, claiming that I'm quoting or citing. He says, fiction writers, with an S, plural. Sir, I have not quoted one, let alone several. Fiction, I didn't quote any. Fiction writers, with an S, plural, or writer. The book, the Jesus Papers, is not, I repeat, like I said in the last video, it is not a book of fiction. The only reason why he's saying that, everyone, is because it is challenging his faith. So he must try to discredit it and take this stand because it is challenging what he believes in. So of course he's trying to say it's fiction, but you can go check it yourself. Go to Barnes & Noble, go to Amazon.com, look it up. Jesus Papers, it is not a work of fiction. So, you know, you can keep saying that all you want, but it's not going to matter. Okay? And therefore, we see that yet again, his points have been refuted. Notice that in his response, he didn't touch on what I said my argument was based on, which was the sign of Jonah. Now, in the video before that, he tried to say that, well, the sign of Jonah was clear that it was the 3 days and 3 nights. I refuted that in my previous video by showing that in the other Gospels, there is no mention of sign of days. He only says that he will be like Jonah. You see? He didn't mention any sign of days. Therefore, showing that the number of days was not important. You see? The number of days was not important. I showed that, and in his last video that he made, the one I'm responding to now, he didn't even touch on that. You see? Because he can't touch on it, because it's clear that the number of days was not important whatsoever. What was important was that Jesus said he will be a sign unto them, to that generation, like Jonah was. So he said he would be as Jonah was. So how was Jonah? As I said in the debate, how was he? Okay, how was he when he got thrown in the water, when he got swallowed by the whale or the fish, when he came out? How was he? He was alive the whole entire time. Through that whole ordeal, he survived. That was the point. And you'll see that when I get my copies of the debate. There we go. Once again, my argument is clear. You have been refuted. Assalamu alaikum.